So there we had the one corner room that I really gave you the tour of, and then 3 interior rooms, and then we have another corner room. I'm not exactly sure how this layout works. And then as we get off of that exterior wall, we get some rooms similar to the ones that I was showing you before, the spec room, which are somewhat smaller. They're not the family rooms, but they're very nice. They're certainly much nicer than what any of the Dominicans are staying in, which are multi-bed rooms. The idea is to have this half of this floor done by December, and actually it might be a little bit further up. You can see now where I had poured the forms the other day. They've completed those walls. There's some block over the top and so on. But anyway, as I was saying, it might go a little bit further here in terms of how far they want to go. I know they said half, which is a little further than where I was, but you can see here, just with what's laid out, these rooms are getting somewhat smaller. So by December, they want the big rooms done, start bringing in that money to provide the finances to support the charity cases. I took another video today of some people throwing debris down into a truck. This is that same area from the upper angle. They were going to keep working at that. They actually came to lunch earlier than they expected to, because the truck driver disappeared with the keys and they can't get any more out of the tube without pulling the truck forward. So this is what's been going on the past couple of weeks. Oh, lost my footing there. I apologize for the shakiness. You can see more forms here. This is one of the, I believe, one of the forms that we poured before, and they're doing that. One of the things that I was hoping to show you, and I guess I, no, oh, well, here we go. Plumbing. When we chip out, when we build these walls, we build them solid all the way up, no plumbing in place or anything. And then they come in with a jackhammer and they chip out where they're going to run the pipe, and then they run the pipe. And it's the same thing with the electrical. So after we build all this stuff, it gets half torn down. And then they go on. I'm not exactly sure. I know this whole floor is supposed to be patient rooms. I think the ones at this end are going to be 2-bed rooms, so semi-private is what we call it in the States. But you can see how many rooms are going to be here. And then the plan is the second floor now, I think maybe a third of it is patient rooms. And they're going to make that all doctor's offices, and all the patient rooms will be up on the 3rd floor until we finish the 4th. And then I believe the 3rd and 4th floors are going to be all patient rooms. As I've shown you many times before, this is where I've been spending my days the past couple of days, just taking care of the sand pile. You see the cover, if you look at pictures from a couple of years ago, that was a pit. And there are a couple of water tanks under there. One of the advantages that we figured out this year is you can walk across that cover with the rope, and it makes it a lot easier. It's smooth walking as opposed to trying to walk on the road or tripping over the rocks over there. And it's in the shade all the time, and it's made that job a lot easier. So that's the tour of the 3rd floor. You can compare some of the pictures that I took at the last week, and you notice we have a lot more wall up. Those suites that I was showing you, all that parging on the walls so that you don't see the blocks. Dan Cooley's been doing that this week. So a lot of good stuff getting done with God's help. And I'm going to do another video in a bit and talk to you a little more about the God piece.